Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to Speed Gaming 2. We're hosting the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race today. We are doing Blitzmode. My name is Zeke Highwind, and joining me here in the commentary booth is Cerberoth.
How you doing tonight? This should be a real exciting race. We have Blitzmode. For those who are unfamiliar with what Blitzmode is, it is a 4-4 fast cannon, but our runners are going to start with the Moon Pearl, the Titan's Mitts, the Master Sword, the boots, the lamp, and a flute that's already activated. That's quite a lot of stuff that they're going to have right off the bat. So this could be a crazy, crazy race. What do you think, Zeke?
I think that we're going to have a pretty good race here. We've got 3 runners today. We've got Rades, Immortal Koi, and Freddy N3K.
Yep. Yeah. All of these runners pretty decent. I'm definitely familiar with Immortal Koi. You said you were familiar with all 3 of them. So this should be a pretty exciting race, especially with the fact that they're giving so much stuff right off the bat. We're just not going to really know where they're going to go. Already some divergence here with Rada starting off in the sanctuary, where Koi looks like going to be going over to the escape sequence.
Wait, we're actually starting with the back of escape for Rades, and
yeah. I kind of like that play.
And there's our third sword too.
Oh yeah. I kind of like this play from Rades because it lets them know if they need to go into Dark Cross here. We'll get that key, and we're going to see them go into Dark Cross here. Not much of a problem going into Dark Cross, given that they have the lamp. But that sword is real nice pickup there for Koi.
It is, because we had everything we needed to fight Ganon except for doing dungeons. But getting that sword does mean we will be able to pick up an easier fight against Ganon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Master Sword, Silverless. Not a really nice fight there. We do see Koi taking advantage of the palette changes. Got a cool monochromatic palette change going on over there.
Right. And was that an early King's Tomb check?
Yeah, and there was blue mail in there. A nice upgrade there.
So we found both early defense and early offense. Have we had a map check on the light walls yet?
No, not yet. Not that I've seen. Of course, our trackers will keep us honest on that. There's some bonk rocks too. That looks like just some money there.
If we get to see the lumberjack item early, we actually can go straight up Aga if it's something that could be extremely important.
Yeah.
But with only 4 crystals needed, it's not incredibly likely.
Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking, right? You check Aga, what could be there that would make you want to actually go and do Aga? Well, certainly not a big heart, I'll tell you that.
About the only thing I could consider there is a hammer.
A hammer, yeah, that's probably legit. You would want to go and do Aga for that, but that is not what's there, folks. So, Freddy, we see in the bottom corner there, going to be checking out kind of the village. Oh, didn't mean to go in there.
Actually did, because that rock next to the fortune teller is a guaranteed bomb. So, especially runners who run boot start modes, they will take that entrance to reset the rocks so you can get a second bomb. Because once you have the 2 bombs, do Blind's Hut and the well, you can get 50 rupees from there to buy bombs from the shop.
I forgot about that bomb over there. As soon as I saw him lift the rock, or bonk the rocks, I knew what was going on. But there's that King's Tomb check there for Koi. Gonna get that blue mail. So we'll see what's here, what's remaining in the bottom of Blind's Hut for Freddy. No, just a little bit of love. Yeah, this mode is quite the mode.
It starts out very similar because you have access to everything that you would normally have in an open seed. You just also have access to some more.
Yeah.
Because with the items we have, we can actually get to Tower of Hera if we needed to.
Yeah. It really opens up a lot of stuff kind of in the light world and gives us access to the dark world immediately. So it'd be really interesting to see what kind of dungeons these runners end up actually completing, as they kind of trek through here. Nobody even really checking the dungeons just yet. There is a bottle with what appeared to be a fairy in it from the bottle vendor for Freddy. We're gonna find out what's in the chicken house over here. Some more love.
The biggest thing that you have to be concerned about when you're running a blitz mode seed is actually your health.
Oh yeah, I could imagine.
Because you start with everything you need to get to the dark world and beat Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
You just only have 3 hearts. And I don't know about you, I don't want to do a 3-heart silverless Master Sword Ganon.
I like about 7, to be honest. But yeah, the 3 hearts doesn't sound fun. Not with green mail, anyway. So, it does look like Eastern Palace and Desert Palace are the green and blue pendants, respectively.
So we've got a lot of things in the Dark World, and Dark World dungeons do have more required items.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm still not sure what that Tower of Hera is yet, but that could be a crystal.
One of our trackers, Professor Pixie, has said they think they see a crystal on Tower of Hera from a brief map check earlier.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so, oh, wow, that's real nice there. Hook shot on the maze. So now, like, do you do the Tower of Hera, though? It's real short, but it's kind of isolated, you know? Maybe...
With that hook shot, absolutely, because you could also get a ton of items up here and get to the Dark World, which would give you access to all the items you need. It can get you access to all the items you need, it gets you all the information you need, and it gets you a crystal here.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Before finding that hook shot, it was not really in consideration to me.
Yeah, well, the only other dungeon up here is Turtle Rock, and I don't think anybody's going to go in there.
Red Crystal Tower of Hera.
Interesting.
And Freddy is in the Paradox Cave. 7 items can come in handy here.
Yeah, that's a ton of items. There we see picking up a bug net.
Very important item.
Gotta have that swag net, you know?
I mean, in this mode actually could be more important again. We are going to end up with less health unless we have to do some really crazy dungeon routing to get stuff.
Yeah, we saw already a bottle from the bottle vendor, so that preloaded with a fairy in it already.
But there are several easy to get free fairies around Hyrule, so it's the bug net for this kind of mode can actually be quite useful.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those really handy safeties, right? Just your bottles, bug net, magic powder, all those kinds of things are super nice safeties. There's like a little bit of love underneath of Spectacle Rock there. Oh, Freddy going for a fairy already, and it looks like it's floated off screen.
That fairy likes to run away.
Yeah. That is a guaranteed fairy, though, so yeah, Freddy can reset just like that, and has it run away on him again? Nope, he got it.
Oh, we have a hammer.
Yep.
So, yeah. I did not know. Was the hammer in Hyrule Castle, maybe? Or did I miss it?
I think it was in the top Spectral Rock there. Or not Spectral Rock, Paradox Cave, top Paradox Cave.
I think Immortal Koi has it.
Okay. Maybe it was in Escape, because I think Escape is the differentiator between Radha's and Koi.
Oh, sick kid.
Okay. All right.
So, hammer gets us a lot of access to things in this dungeon.
Yeah.
In this area. And we have a big key in the basement.
Yeah, that kind of stinks, but each of our runners will get a coffee break. Unless they want to go for the it looks like Freddy might be going for the hair pot.
Freddy is looking for a hook speed hair pot right now.
Yeah. Did they get it? Nope.
The one problem of having opened the door is that it's really hard to control getting through the hook speed hair pot sometimes. And It looks like Freddy is going to go for the bomb setup.
Okay, I like this bomb setup. That's my preferred way to do it. It's probably a little bit slower than the hook speed, but
if you're consistent with the hook speed is fastest. It's just being consistent with the hook speed is really difficult.
Yeah, exactly. It's the consistency that I go for the bomb setup for personally, because I find it easier to set up. I'm sure there's a lot of folks that do too.
I'm actually the inverse. I actually find the hook speed easier to set up for me.
Well,
And there's our Herapod going up the tower.
Nicely done.
Took a minute, but got the job done.
I think overall it was still faster than Freddy having done the coffee break. Now the big chest is locked out for Freddy, but
that's the risk of the Herapot in this situation. Is if there's an item in the big chest, you have to go through coffee break anyways.
Yeah. There already a little bit of love there, so at least one item.
So what Freddy wants to see right now is an item to come off of Moldorm here.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. Nice job on the Troldorm. Man, that boss can really annoy you.
The accidental poke. Ooh, we've got an item in the big chest.
Yeah.
In this situation, what's your opinion? Do you go back for it at this point? Where we have access to the entire Dark World right now.
The only thing that there's probably two things that I think I would be kind of looking for at this point in time. A bow and maybe that red cane. Tertiarily, I could say the fire rod. Those are going to be the big items that we're going to need for dungeons and things like that. I don't know. I might pass it up. Just just take that chance and say that it's just not there. There's so much else to explore.
The big thing here is we have 6 pendant dungeon, or excuse me, 6 crystal dungeons in the Dark World.
Yeah.
We don't know, with no one having been to the Dark World, we don't know what we need. What items we possibly could need.
Yeah.
I mean, we have probably the most important Dark World dungeon item. We have a hammer.
Yeah, the hammer is... Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Radis also did the Harapot as well.
Okay, so Swamp Palace is our 3rd pendant. We've got a red crystal in Misery Mire, and then blue crystals the rest of the way around.
Yeah, so...
This does tell us what items we're going to need to potentially look for. Because every dungeon, with the exception of Thieves' Town, has items it still needs.
Yeah.
Like, we need a bow to do pod. A fire rod for Skullwoods and possibly Ice Palace. A fire rod, an ice rod, and a cane for Turtle Rock.
Yep.
I think the big winning items here would be the fire rod and the cane.
Yeah, I could see those two as well. The cane's definitely a big one in my mind. Just because it allows you to do so much, right? It makes Ice Palace almost nothing. If you could do that, if you can do that, and then if you want to, you can do Misery Mire. The bow is another thing in my mind for Palace of Darkness. While it's a little bit longer, it's relatively easy compared to some of the other dungeons in the Dark World. Then of course there's Thieves' Town, which I
We're
think
going to be seeing Thieves' Town. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, that one's just pretty much free. There's a Cane of Brian there for Freddy in the Hookshot Cave.
That's not the cane people want to see. Especially where it puts Spike Cave in logic right now.
Yeah, no. So I think all of our runners are going to be doing Thieves' Town. So it's quite possible that they're all going to get Tower of Hera and Thieves' Town as at least 2 of their 4 crystals, and then depending on what else they find can lead them to a couple of the other dungeons. Turtle Rock
I think that Turtle Rock is an unlikely stop because of how many items it needs.
Exactly.
We are 4 items from Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Turtle Rock is just completely off the table.
Because, well, again, on paper, you just have to do 4 dungeons, but the logic may have placed items needed for 3 of those dungeons in Ganon's Tower.
Yep, that's true. This is a 4-4, once they have all the crystals they need, they can get into Ganon's Tower. So nothing in Ganon's Tower is going to be... Well, I mean, they're not going to want to go into Ganon's Tower, because as soon as they can just go and beat Ganon.
And speaking of Thieves' Town, Freddy is in Thieves' Town right now.
Yeah.
It's especially enticing because it is guaranteed full clear. We have the hammer.
Yeah, I like this as a play of, I can come in here, I can clear this out, I can clear out Village of Outcast. It gives me a lot of stuff. If I find something, then that may lead me to my next play. But if I don't, I can use this time to clear this out and think about what my next play is going to be. So I like this move from Freddy.
Worth noting, even though it is relatively unlikely, Bombo's Medallion is our Turtle Rock access.
Yeah, so our runners are going to pray never to see Bombos. That may also lock Misery Mire, but Misery Mire, it's kind of a miserable dungeon. Nobody wants to go in there.
Bombos is the only medallion that can lock 3 dungeons.
True. Could lock Ice Palace. Yeah, if we don't find that fire rod, it could lock the Ice Palace.
And Immortal Koi sees the blue cane, and as I said earlier, Spike Cave's in logic because of it.
Yeah, I actually really like this play coming up here and saying, you know, I've got kind of everything I need to go and do this. I'm gonna get this out of the way and clear it out.
At this point, you assume Turtle Rock is unrequired, and you never come up the mountain again.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not coming up here for Ganon's Tower, so there's just absolutely nothing up here. You've cleared the Light World Death Mountain. You've now effectively cleared the Dark World Death Mountain. Anything that could be in Turtle Rock is going to give you some other dungeon, right? We talked about kind of what we need for Turtle Rock. Fire Rod, Cane of Samaria. Like, I can do... if once I have the Fire Rod, I can do Skull Woods, right? Once I have the Cane of Samaria, I can do Ice Palace or Misery Mire, right? So, like, that gives me 4 right there.
And going into Hype Cave. So we're seeing... Oh, Magic Mirror.
Yeah, that's a great find there for Koi.
Meanwhile, Raids is doing South Shore.
Mm-hmm. Items.
So, I like this route divergence we're seeing on the screen.
Oh yeah, it's definitely keeping your eye all over the place. There's a lot of items in the South Shore play, so if there is something like a bow or a red cane, you know, that gives that opens some things up there for Radis.
And Immortal Koi and Radis do a nice high five on their way back and forth out of the floodgate.
Yep. Oh, there's that bow we were talking about for Freddy. So
that's a third crystal available for Freddy.
Yeah, that's Palace of Darkness. Like I said, one of the longer dungeons, but is relatively easy compared to some of the other Dark World dungeons.
It is meant to be the first Dark World dungeon. So
exactly. That's why I say relatively easy. So enemies are kind of less trolling in there and stuff like that.
It's worth noting at the moment that Koi does have one major advantage over both of our other runners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sword. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That sword. Oh, half magic. And the other bow. Well, there's potential silvers.
Koi's going to have silvers at this point. Because even if you're go-moding thieves, a lot of runners will check that chest out of muscle memory more than anything.
Yeah.
So we could have a tempered silvers on our hand here.
Oh, I mean, that's great news for Koi.
Koi sees that bow and is going to the most logical place to go right now.
Yeah, Palace of Darkness.
We may be seeing a triple pod in a moment, but it depends on where Freddy goes from here.
Yeah,
Ooh. We've got water walk set up on Raids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like this. I like this play here from Koi, finding the bow, going to Palace of Darkness. There's a lot of items in Palace of Darkness as well. So if something like the Fire Rod turns up in the Palace of Darkness, that gives Koi the 4 dungeons, right? Because Koi's finished Palace of Darkness, has the Tower of Hair down, goes over to Village of Outcasts, finished Skullwoods and Thieves Town in either order, and is all set.
For reference, for if chat's wondering, we've got a whole pile of 20 green 20s, but that would be our 2 gloves, 2 swords, boots, flute, lamp, and pearl. Yep. Because the items have to be taken out of the item pool here, they have been replaced with green 20s. And Waterfall Fairy is giving us fairies. Speaking of those green 20s.
Yeah, so I mean, right now, I think Koi wants to find the Fire Rod. I think that's the most ideal item for Koi. I'm not sure what would be a real ideal item for either Rades or Freddy at this point in time.
Honestly, this is the easiest solution here. This is a race for a fire rod.
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of thinking. There was a red meringue on Zora, King Zora. Always a ripoff.
At least the boomerang has its occasional use, just not in this seed.
But it's a red meringue, so you get lag.
Yes, but even a laggy boomerang is still useful in Ganom's Tower.
Oh, you're right. I will take a red meringue over no meringue.
For that, specifically for those 2 rooms in GT. Right, and Freddy is going to be picking up his magic mirror here at Hype Cave.
Yeah. Although, if I have to have a meringue preference, I think it would probably be lemon.
Oh, I agree. Can we have that as a pie?
The right where I'm going.
Nice use of the Cane of Burna to get through the hard hat beetles.
Yeah, those are just really kind of trolly enemies. Let's see here. No hammer yump from Koi. Gonna be going and doing the back there.
I believe it's... The only reason you hammer yump in a seed like this is if you got the big key in the front and have a key to get through the door anyways, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because that just cleans the routing up ever so slightly.
Yep. Yeah, and then there's 3 chests check back here. If the big key is back here, you know.
And given our key count, the big key is back here, I think.
Yep. Yeah.
Because there's an item here in Harmless Hellway.
Yeah, exactly. With the 3 keys coming up the stairs there.
And Freddy is going into Saucerella's closet.
Oh, that was an ice rod right there. Oh, no. The item you don't want to see.
You're kidding me. We got the ice rod. This is a disaster.
Yeah, that is... nobody wants that item.
The big key is at the bottom of Dark Maze, maybe? Or we already got it and I blinked. Always possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yep, we already got the big key.
Yeah, there's no other reason for Koi to be continuing on in here. All right, looks like Rades is going to be doing the arrow game to pick up some money.
Bombos would work as an option here for an item to look for, because that would give you Ice Palace.
Yeah, Bombos is absolutely an option here, and then it's an easy kind of flute over to since Koi has the mirror, can flute over to 8 and then hit up the Ice Palace.
I see why Rades had to go to the. Note to self: ask how to pronounce that name. But I know. He had to go to Arrow Game because he spent his money at Zora.
Yeah.
So didn't have Kiki bribing money.
Yeah, and looks like they took care of the digging game too while they were at it. So not unreasonable. All right, we'll see the swordsmith chain here from Rades.
I doubt we'll see purple chests continued on here. At least at the moment. Mostly because of the way we entered, we're going to want to clear village and thieves while we're here.
Yeah. Plus the other thing, Rades does not have that mirror where that Freddy and Koi have.
Did Rades skip Hype Cave?
Yeah, Rades is not going to Hype Cave just yet. Oh, a big 300.
Oof.
So... Oh, yeah, Freddy, here we see...
we do have a mirror. We do have a mirror.
Okay, all right. So we'll get that updated on our tracker there for you folks at home.
Speaking of our tracker, shout-outs to Drosy Wan and Professor Pixie for tracking this mess for us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shout-outs to our trackers.
They're putting up with a tracking system that really does like to eat inputs. It happens all the time.
Yeah, and all three of these runners are in completely different spots doing completely different things, so that makes it even more difficult to track. There are the flippers off of Helmethor King.
The flippers are another Go Mode item. No, they're not. No,
Yeah.
Swamp Palace is a pendant. I forgot that.
Swamp Palace is a pendant, sadly. So if Swamp Palace was crystal, yeah, absolutely, that'd be great for Koi. It'd also be great news for Freddy, as we see Freddy is trying to pick up their third crystal here in the Palace of Darkness. So this will be the question: where does Koi kind of go from here? Yeah, desert's off the table.
Oh, I know what Koi's gonna probably do here. Koi's gonna probably take a similar route to raids.
Okay.
Unless we're going to swamp. We're going to swamp.
Pendant Swamp, interesting. Really?
This is interesting, yes.
Well, there are a lot of items in Swamp Palace. 6 chests, I believe. So.
And in my anecdotal experience lately, Fire Rod gravitates to Swamp Palace.
Yeah, watch it be all the way on the left side.
But I don't like the Swamp Palace play here myself. Mostly because we have... The biggest reason is because we have Mire Area access, for one. And that's 3 items, 4 items if we include Desert Ledge. And if we wanted to go into Pendant Desert, I'd rather do Pendant Desert than Pendant Swamp in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because Swamp is a time commitment.
It is. It really is. Oh, look at that. Koi making use of Quick Swap there. I think all of our runners have been making use of that. I just haven't noticed.
Oh, yeah. Quick Swap is... These runners in the current rando era love Quick Swap.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
It is a major save on time in a lot of situations.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There are those flippers there for Freddy.
But what happens with this swamp play entirely depends on what we find.
Yeah. All right. Looks like Koi's going basically straight to the back, skipping all of the left. So. Right, this looks like a bomb setup here. So far, so good. Oh.
I don't know if this is a palette shuffle, because everything's been monochrome for Koi.
For the dungeons, yeah. The overworld is not quite. I think they chose a different palette. They shuffled the palettes. Oh, and they're skipping. Well, that's.
I'm wondering did Koi mismark a dungeon? Because this feels a lot like they think Go Mode Crystal is here.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I mean, Koi's skipping all the chests, right?
And there's our first. There is a silver arrow pickup from raids.
Yeah, nice. We kind of had the feeling that folks were going to get that, so.
Well, especially when raids is going in, they're still looking for one item. Be that item Bombos or Fire Rod.
Yeah, exactly. Bombos or Fire Rod would definitely be go. Canis and Mario would be go.
On the topic of Koi, that was a pretty good Argus fight.
Yeah, I'm like fixated on this to see, like, did did we mark this wrong? Did we get this wrong somehow? Nope, it's a red pendant. So,
I honestly wonder if that was a mismark.
Probably. I can't imagine that going any other way for Koi other than it being mismarked. Now they're probably cursing that they spent the time to go in there and pick up the red pendant. Because the red pendant does not do anything for you.
No, it doesn't.
Not without all three, and there's no way our runners are going to go get all three. That's just not a thing. Well, yeah, so there's a question in chat about value of all the checks. Koi skipped basically all of the checks in the dungeon and went straight back to Argus. So not much value there.
And speaking of, I mentioned earlier the mire area. We're getting a quick check of the desert ledge, and just to see if we need the mirror to it. Mm-hmm. And Freddy is going to the mire area.
This is your 4 checks or so that you were advocating for a little bit earlier. So we'll see if they pan out.
The other big thing is it's the information on another potential dungeon, because if we find that looked like a Quake medallion to me. Mm-hmm. If we find a Quake medallion and a Canis Mario, we can get into there easily.
Yep. Red cane and 1 medallion away. All right, there's a blue potion. Yeah, and a blue potion, nothing to sneeze at there. Let's see what Checkerboard Cave offers.
And we're getting a front of Skull Woods check.
Yeah, I like this. There's a couple items in here, so you can come in. It's not too terribly slow to come in here and check.
And Raids is doing the route I like for this situation, which is to do the middle section first to get that guaranteed key from under the pot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I missed what was in that Checkerboard Cave. I don't think it was anything.
There was nothing in Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, that Gibdo just in the way. Yeah, if they get really lucky and there's a fire rod in here,
that cape placement is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, not too far from bumper ledge, so that I don't think any of our runners have checked that out yet.
Raids going to Skullwoods is our first trip north of Village of Outcasts, so.
Yep. Yeah. So not too far to go and check that.
And the laggiest room in the game to use Cane of Burna in, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, able to get through there without too much trouble, despite all the lag. So you'll take that pretty much every time.
And Freddy is about to pick up his silvers from the check that was the other 2 players' bow, I believe.
Yeah, and that half magic. So I mean, look how loaded we're gonna be when we do hit Ganon, right? Koi's got tempered sword, silvers shortly, and half magic, right? And the other runners, while they don't have that tempered sword, they're all loaded up with half magic and silvers.
We just had a hover.
Mm-hmm. That was really nicely done. Rewarded with a small key.
You never. I love seeing hovers that can be easily bomb jumped, just because they look awesome.
Yeah, I would have bomb jumped there personally. Just
same.
But you know, hey. Oh my goodness! Fire rod in.
That's a French vanilla fire rod. So that right there is go mode for raids.
Yeah, and the only thing, they're gonna still want to do the Palace of Darkness, but they can complete this here Skull Woods at any time. Now the other thing here is they don't have they still only have the Master Sword. They don't have that tempered, which is available over by the uncle.
Freddy is back up for Spike Cave.
Mm. Yeah, this is one thing that unfortunately the way their routing worked out, they kind of have to come back up to the mountain to check this out. It's not going to be anything terribly exciting, just a big heart, but you know, our runners actually do have a decent amount of hearts here, right? I think Freddy has the least, or I guess they're tied. Raids
has 9, Freddy has 10, and Koi has 11.
Koi has 11, yeah.
So, if I think Koi actually goes into Skull Woods here just based on the placement of our dungeons and the density. But if Koi goes to Skull Woods, Koi is in go mode.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier on, right? If Koi found the fire rod in Palace of Darkness, that was Thieves Town, Go Woods, done, right? So, or you could do Skull Woods, Thieves Town, right? But order really doesn't matter there. But it's just like a done. So we'll see.
There is 1 point in favor for Raid's routing today.
Yeah.
We know that the big key is in the front in pod.
Mm-hmm.
And the other big advantage is pod is right next to the pyramid.
It is. So that's something that, may really, really benefit them when they head over to the Palace of Darkness, which is imminent. I can't imagine them wanting to go anywhere else at this point in time. They're just gonna flute over to 5.
Our tracker Drossi does point out that Freddy has won the race to bottle percent.
Congratulations! Now having 12 hearts. Wow. We were talking about this earlier, saying they might not have that many hearts.
Well, that is a concern in this mode.
It really is. If it turned out that some of the Light World dungeons were crystals, and they were just able to pick up some easier crystals, and didn't have to kind of travel around as much as they ended up actually traveling around. You were 100% right with where you were going. Raid still only has 9, right? So it's not actually all that many. 4 from a Ganon hug,
and Raids has entered dungeon number 4.
Yeah. That's kind of awesome, because at one point, right, like it looked like Raids was just far behind the other runners in crystal count, and now Raids has got it going.
So the question is, I don't remember which of these front checks was the big key, but if the big key is in right side, it's an easy path just to get to the boss. But I can't remember if it was down the drop down or on the right side.
Yeah. It was... I think it was here. I think it was here when you dropped down.
The one thing that... So we said that Raids has that advantage. Koi has one advantage if he can get that fire rod.
That's true.
And it's the tempered sword.
Yeah.
And it's not as big an advantage as it usually would be, because we do have silver arrows.
Yep. Oh, never mind on that big key. It must be on the right side.
Which is an easy enough route to work with, because it puts you on the right side of the dungeon just to go straight down to Helmasaur.
Yeah, and they do have a couple of keys, so they're gonna have no problem just going kind of straight back without really checking anything else. So they can open up all the one door that's gonna be in their way that they actually care about. Yeah, question in chat: is Ganon winning? Ganon is always winning. Yes.
Yes.
Raids did Skullwoods. Found the fire rod in Skullwoods, and that is what put them in go mode.
So, and here's the desert play from Koi.
Yeah, that's another pendant. I'm not terribly excited about this, but there's a couple items in here pretty quick to check.
I disagree with skipping Skullwoods, but since you're down here at Mire, I do agree with checking Desert because it's 2 quick checks.
Yeah.
So long as you don't do... I would gamble not having anything on Landmos in this situation.
Yeah.
That's Bombos.
There's Bombos.
Also go mode.
Yeah, that's Ice Palace there for Koi. Gonna have to do the bomb jump without the red cane, of course, but it doesn't make it that much longer.
Provided Koi is comfortable with the jump.
That's true. A lot of folks have gotten used to the icebreaker.
But so that said, we're at a Helmasaur on Raids' screen.
Oh yeah. Raids definitely has an advantage here as far as just kind of being slightly ahead, right? And being at Palace of Darkness, right? You already kind of mentioned this. It's right next to the pyramid. So Raids going to be a couple screens away from where they need to go.
It is a total of 2 screen transitions away. 3 screen transitions away. 3?
Yep.
Down, left, 4. And I'm one of those people where I would check Uncle in this situation anyways, just to see if there happens to be something. Because I hate Master Sword Ganon.
It's really annoying. Master Sword Ganon is just really annoying.
This is a potion refill. With a Master Sword Ganon, I love this potion refill.
Yeah, I think this is a heads up play. Getting your safeties on. Right, because Raids also has the least amount of health compared to the other runners.
But Raids does have a cape.
Yeah, it does have a cape, which is really nice.
Ooh, Firebar just knocked him out of the IPPJ.
Oh no. Yeah, that cape being in Skull Woods, interestingly enough, so...
Followed by the Fire Rod, of course.
Yeah.
Who could have predicted that one?
Oh man, I don't know.
Freddy's in Swamp.
Yeah.
And unlike Koi, he is digging Swamp.
Yeah. This I can understand a little bit more.
What I would love to see right now is actually a Quake and a Samaria in Swamp, just so we can have 3 completely different go modes.
Oh my goodness.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. Wow. The big heart on the pyramid Raids is just like, nope, I don't need that. Coming in here. I like
the level of confidence on this.
Yeah, that certainly is a level of confidence there. Gotta do 12 spins in each of these first few modes here for Ganon.
Koi is dropping on Cold Stare.
Was getting some nice doubles there. that blew me out really being help. Oh, this is.
Ooh, that is a 1 heart left on Cold Stare fight.
Oh, on the edge of my seat. All right, using the lag frames here. I like that. Let's heads up.
That was close.
Nice.
Okay, so I just lost a few years of my life. What about you?
Jeez. Yeah.
However, Raids is through phase 2.
Yeah, on to phase 3 here. This one significantly easier than phase 2.
Phase 2 is the hardest part of the fight in non-tempered phases. It's actually the hardest part of the fight in every phase, I guess.
Yeah, but it's excruciatingly difficult with Master Sword only.
Or Hammer, if you're a swordless player.
Fair enough.
That is a unpleasant fight.
I've tried that a few times.
All right, now all Raids has to do is not fall off and get 4 silver arrowheads.
Yeah, already got 1. Ooh, went for the double, didn't quite get it.
There's 3.
Yeah, this feels like it's in the book.
There's the silverless spin.
Ooh. Okay, waiting for the bat there. I like that. Bait that out and then kind of light the torches so you don't get pushed off by the bat. That's it.
And so long as Raids does not fall off this 1x3 bridge, Raids will finish this seed.
Yeah, quite a challenge sometimes.
I only say this because I've seen it a couple of times. And Raids has crossed the bridge, and get your GGs in chat for Raids.
Yeah, GGs. That's really nicely done there.
Meanwhile, Koi is doing... That is a lag scene. But
yeah.
Koi is doing Tempered Sword Ganon.
Yeah, this is going to be significantly faster because of the Tempered Sword. Still has to do 12 hits, but does not have to be spins, which is really important. And Freddy still kind of looking for that go mode item, sadly.
Well, we know where 2 go modes are. The third possible go mode is the Meyer access go mode. But we are getting to see what's in the purple chest. We're getting a lot of warps out of Ganon right now.
Yeah, for real. Come on, Ganon. Just give it up already.
Get off the wall.
Yeah, that scared me. Oh, I thought for a second there Koi was going for the triple.
No, but just some beautiful lineups for Koi's Ganon kill.
Yeah, that was really nicely done.
And Freddy's going into Swamp again.
This is just sad to see. A little bit disheartening there.
We know where the go mode is, but Freddy doesn't.
Well, I know, and that's what makes it disheartening for me, because I'm just like, oh, Freddy, you're missing where you really want to go. There's an easy win over at Skull Woods, you know.
There's a not quite so easy win over in Desert Palace.
Yeah, that too.
But get your GGs in chat for Immortal Koi.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Koi.
And get your GGs in chat for Freddy N3K, who has decided to forfeit from this race.
Unfortunate, as I think there was a couple possibilities there for Freddy to kind of have pulled this out.
And welcome to Immortal Koi.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. I had a pretty big mix-up.
That was going to be my first question.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
Well, I got flippers and I was like, all right, I'm go mode. And then I just went straight to Swamp Palace and I was like, wait.
Hey, I did that in the commentary booth, didn't I?
Yeah.
Then I got lucky though with with getting the pendant. I mean the medallion. Sorry, my mind's blank right now.
And welcome to Booth Raids.
Hello.
First question: am I pronouncing that correctly?
You are.
Okay, I'm glad.
All right. I think we got it half wrong, so we'll have to apologize for that.
No apologies necessary.
All right. Well, so you go into Skull Woods,
Yeah.
and then you find that fire rod. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm done.
Must have been doing a dance, right?
A little bit.
Man, I was thinking that too. I was like, fire rod's probably up there.
Here in the commentary booth, for a minute we thought that Raids was getting put slightly behind by having to go to the village area to get money for pod, and then you went to Skullwoods and found a fire rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have the money for pod to jump in when I first entered over there, so figured to take the south route.
And it paid off.
Yeah, it really did.
I wasn't sure about the Skullwoods dip because if it hadn't been on fire rod, that was a huge mistake. But
yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know. I don't think it was. I don't think it's that long to have gone in there and check for a couple of things. I don't. Clearly, you wouldn't have gone into the back, right? But if there was something else in there, like Cane of Samaria, maybe that could have been a payoff.
Yeah.
Even the cape was a minor payoff at that point too, because the cape would have led you straight east to whatever would have been on Bumper Ledge.
Yeah, that's true too. We never saw what was on Bumper Ledge.
And speaking of your Skullwoods, shout outs to the hover.
Oh, thank you. Stupid Bullthorn caught me on the second one. But...
So, I'll throw this out to either one of you. You guys, you crack open the map, and you see pendant crystal on Tower of Hera. What are you thinking for how you want to kind of plan out the rest of this seed?
At that point, Thieves Town was pretty much a guarantee. Crystal, such a small chance that it was going to be anywhere else. So, or that it was going to be the last pendant. So I knew that was going to be available right away. And then it was just a matter of what can I find to finish the rest of it.
Okay. Coy, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was just playing for density, and then whenever I got the Tower of Hera access, I was like, I'll just get it out of the way since it's a crystal. I was gonna skip escape like altogether, but I just said I'll just screw it, I'll do it, and got lucky with the sword. My uncle.
You were
right?
Yeah, you were the only one to pick that up too.
Wow. Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
Yeah, nobody else picked up that tempered sword. Just freely available right there on the uncle.
It's not every day you get a vanilla sword location. that only one runner picks up.
Did anyone else find another sword?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I finished with Master Sword and Silvers, so...
Wow. Yeah.
I probably would have checked Uncle had I not had the Silvers, but...
And that half magic find, too. That was thrown in there, too.
I don't even remember where it was, honestly.
Next
Half
to
magic?
the bow. It was in Mini Moldrum Cave next to the bow.
Oh,
Yep, that's right.
So
I got a mirror
the
right
Mini
before
Moldorm
that.
Cave I tried to skip. I had to come back to.
Yeah, I was gonna skip it, but as soon as I got mirror, I was like, I'm close. I'm just gonna mirror and go do this real quick. I think mirror was in Hype Cave, right?
Yes, it was. Mirror was in Hype Cave, yeah. Mirror seemed like it was a pretty good find, too, right? Just help you out. If you're moving through the world and routing things in.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of like as soon as I got it, I was just thinking like I just need flippers for Small Palace and I'm gonna go. So it probably screwed me up more because yeah.
Where'd you find
If you watch-
bombos for ice?
Desert.
Desert Palace. Yeah, I got pretty lucky. If I hadn't have found that, then it would have been a while. Because I wouldn't have gotten the Fire Rod for a while because I was skipping the Skull Woods dip.
Yeah, this was fast, furious, and had us on the edge of our seats. It was a great race.
We kept it close for you.
Sure did.
There were some definitely close and tense fight moments in that seed. I think Koi's Cold Stare was the best part.
Oh man,
Yeah.
down to one heart.
I had a fairy though. I didn't want to waste it, so then I started playing more careful.
Yeah, well, that's not unreasonable, right? You both ended up with a couple of bottles, I think. So
I only found the one.
you only found the one.
Oh yeah, I had a blue potion and the fairy bottle.
Did you buy the one off the bottle vendor? Is that the one that you got?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
Don't ask me. The other one that Koi had was in back of pod, I believe.
yeah.
And-
All right.
Raid's just go moded. Honestly, as he should have.
Oh yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. Ray's play in Bounce Darkness was very heads up, right? After finding that Fire Rod, like there's no choice. You go do Pounce Darkness, and you're right there. Near
After
the pyramid.
Freddy
That
finished-
must have been.
After Freddy finished Thieves Town, we basically discussed the fact that it was a race for a Fire Rod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that.
We discussed it for a minute, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, right. Well, I think we were trying to figure out like what item would be kind of the most optimal to find, right? And it just came down to Fire Rod. Being Skull Woods is not really that long a dungeon. If you come up with that Fire Rod, you just can kind of go straight to the back and pick up the key that you need along the way and be done with it.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. Just if you just went like straight to Skull Woods and got the Fire Rod even earlier, then
Mhm.
that would have even This was a pretty fast seed.
Yeah. That Fire Rod ended up being in Pinball Room, I think, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. But, it's a very interesting location for it.
So, Raids, Koi, do either of you have any final thoughts on this seed?
I wish Swamp was a crystal.
So,
a few minutes at that point.
Like it was telling me you have a swamp now, just go to Swamp, but no. I should have looked.
I will give you, that was a beautiful Argus fight.
That's what I was like. I was like, oh man, I'm feeling pretty lucky getting the flippers that early. Like just going to pod, and I was like, just go do Swamp, and I'll be almost done. But yeah, it was funny.
I don't really have any thoughts on the seed at this point. But, thank you guys for hosting us. It was fun. That's the first time I've run Blitz mode. That's exciting.
It's a fast-paced, fun mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was great. It was very fast paced, very, very exciting to see. All three of you were almost in for almost the entire time in different places, which was pretty exciting.
You guys basically did the same play of village into mountain and then diverged drastically.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
Because
That's cool.
so that was what was fun for us to watch, was just seeing how you guys routed this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just don't watch me go to swamp. Just skip that part.
No, it's an understandable mistake.
Yeah.
Cerberoth and I were both concerned that it was a missed track at that point. So.
Yep. Tracked it right. I just thought, I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, this is go mode. I just gotta do swamp.
Yeah, and it could have been. It could have been, but
yeah.
That red pin. I think I was saying, oh no, he's gonna pick up that red pin and be furious.
Yeah, it happens.
All right.
I think I'm out of questions. What about you, Cerberoth?
That's just about what I was about to say. So.
Shout outs to our runners. Please give them a follow. They did a lot of work to give us an exciting show to watch here today.
Absolutely.
And shout outs to Professor Pixie and Drosy1, our trackers.
Mm-hmm.
They had to keep up with this hectic scene. And shout outs to Cerberoth, who was an entertaining co-com to work with.
Thanks.
Give all of these people a follow.
Yeah, thanks for putting this together. GG's.
GG.
And give a follow to the Speed Gaming network of channels. And I believe that's all from us. What about you, Cerberoth?
Yeah, I think that'll do us do it for us tonight. We have more Link to the Past randomizer daily race action. You can hit Bang Daily for info in chat and check out the Speed Gaming schedule for all their awesome races, events, and other cool things going on. So we'll see you all next time around.
Have a good night.